On a magical summer evening in Paris, no one expected that BTS's highly anticipated world tour concert would become one of the most talked about events of the year. Hours before the gates opened, thousands of ARMY had already filled the streets surrounding the stadium, waving purple banners and singing BTS songs as excitement spread across the city. But shortly before the concert began, social media suddenly exploded with an unbelievable rumor. Several fans claimed that an official presidential motorcade had been seen entering the VIP entrance under heavy security. Within minutes, hashtags such as #BTS and BTS Paris began trending worldwide, leaving millions wondering if France was about to witness an unprecedented cultural moment. At first, many dismissed the reports as fan speculation, but the atmosphere inside the stadium quickly changed. Security appeared tighter than usual, and several international media outlets were spotted near the VIP section. As the lights dimmed and anticipation reached its peak, whispers spread through the crowd that French President Emmanuel Macron might be among the distinguished guests attending the concert. Then, something happened that sent shockwaves through the stadium. The giant screen briefly focused on the VIP section, revealing a figure that many fans believed was the President of France smiling and waving toward the audience. In an instant, more than 80,000 fans erupted into deafening screams. Smartphones filled the air as ARMY desperately tried to capture what could become one of the most iconic moments in BTS history. Meanwhile, BTS remained backstage, unaware of the extraordinary excitement building inside the venue. When RM, Jin, Suga, J-Hope, Jimin, V, and Jungkook finally appeared on stage, the stadium transformed into a sea of purple light unlike anything Paris had ever seen. Jungkook opened the show with his signature energy, sending fans into an emotional frenzy, while Jimin and V captivated the audience with breathtaking performances. Throughout the night, the members delivered one unforgettable moment after another, proving once again why they are considered one of the biggest music acts in the world. During a heartfelt speech between songs, RM spoke about the power of music to bring people together regardless of nationality, language, or background. His words took on an even deeper meaning as fans reflected on the possibility that one of the world's most influential leaders was sitting among them. Music connects people in ways we can never imagine, RM reportedly said, prompting thousands of emotional reactions throughout the stadium. Every time the cameras panned toward the VIP section, cheers erupted once more. Fans from around the globe later shared their experiences online, describing the night as historic, surreal, and something that only BTS could make happen. Some even suggested that the event symbolized the growing cultural influence of Korean music across Europe. Outside the venue, crowds gathered in hopes of catching a glimpse of BTS or the rumored presidential guest, while news organizations rushed to cover the developing story. By the end of the concert, millions of posts had flooded social media platforms, with videos and photos circulating across the internet at record speed. Whether the rumors were true or not, one thing became clear: BTS had once again united people from every corner of the world under one roof. As fireworks lit up the Paris sky and the members took their final bow, fans stood together singing in unison, creating a moment many described as unforgettable. Long after the lights went out and the stadium emptied, the world continued asking the same question: did President Emmanuel Macron really attend the BTS concert in Paris? While the mystery remains unsolved, the legend of that extraordinary night has already secured its place in ARMY history. If there is one thing BTS continues to prove, it is that their music transcends borders, cultures, and generations, turning even the most unbelievable moments into memories that last forever. The excitement only grew after the concert ended. As BTS left the stage to a thunderous standing ovation, fans remained in their seats, unable to process what they had just witnessed. Outside the stadium, Paris seemed to have transformed overnight. Streets surrounding the venue were packed with ARMY discussing the rumored appearance of President Emmanuel Macron, while television crews interviewed concertgoers who claimed they had seen the French leader applauding during Jungkook's solo performance. Within an hour, videos allegedly showing the presidential convoy leaving the venue had accumulated millions of views online. International media outlets quickly picked up the story, with headlines describing it as a potential milestone in the relationship between France and the global K-pop phenomenon. Some political analysts even suggested that if the reports were true, it would represent one of the most significant moments of cultural diplomacy in recent memory. Backstage, BTS members were reportedly overwhelmed by the energy of the Paris audience. According to insiders, Jungkook repeatedly mentioned how loud the crowd had been throughout the night, while Jimin described the atmosphere as unreal. Taehyung was seen waving to fans long after the concert had officially ended, and J-Hope continued dancing backstage as staff members celebrated another successful show. RM, known for his thoughtful reflections, allegedly told the team that nights like these remind him why BTS continues to perform after all these years. "Tonight felt bigger than music," he reportedly said, a comment that immediately fueled further speculation among fans. Meanwhile, ARMY across the world continued to investigate every available photo and video from the concert. Online communities analyzed security footage, compared official schedules, and zoomed in on images from the VIP section in an attempt to confirm the identity of the mysterious guest. Some fans were convinced it was President Macron, while others argued that it could have been another high-ranking government official. Regardless of the truth, the mystery only added to the legend of the evening. By midnight, Thank You Paris, BTS X France, and Macron at BTS had collectively generated hundreds of millions of views across social media platforms. Even celebrities and public figures joined the conversation, sharing their reactions to the unexpected reports. Tourism officials in Paris noted an extraordinary increase in online searches related to BTS and the city itself, with many calling the event one of the most influential cultural moments of the year. Hotels near the venue reported record occupancy, while local businesses benefited from the massive influx of international visitors. For many residents of Paris, the concert became more than just an entertainment event, it became a celebration of global unity. Fans from South Korea, the United States, Brazil, Indonesia, Japan, and dozens of other countries stood side by side, singing every lyric together beneath the Paris sky. As dawn approached, the final images of the night continued to circulate online, BTS standing hand in hand on stage, 80,000 purple lights illuminating the stadium, and an unanswered question that captivated the entire world. Whether President Emmanuel Macron was truly among the audience or not, one undeniable fact remained: BTS had once again accomplished the impossible. They had transformed a concert into a global event, proving that music possesses a unique power to unite people regardless of their background or beliefs. Years from now, ARMY will likely remember the night Paris turned purple not only because BTS delivered an unforgettable performance, but because, for a few extraordinary hours, the entire world seemed to be watching together. As the sun rose over Paris the following morning, newspapers, television networks, and social media platforms were still dominated by one story: BTS and the mysterious VIP guest who had reportedly attended their concert. Newsstands across the city displayed headlines celebrating BTS's return to France, while journalists continued searching for confirmation regarding the alleged presidential appearance. Outside several Parisian cafes, fans gathered to exchange stories from the previous night, each convinced they had witnessed a moment destined to become part of pop culture history. Some recalled hearing the crowd erupt as the cameras turned toward the VIP section, while others insisted they saw members of the French security detail positioned near the entrance hours before the show began. By early morning, fan-edited videos documenting the entire evening had already surpassed tens of millions of views worldwide. Meanwhile, BTS themselves became the center of international attention once again. Photos of Jungkook smiling during the encore spread rapidly across the internet, with many fans noting that he appeared unusually emotional throughout the performance. During one particular moment, he paused to look across the audience before thanking Paris for its unwavering support. Jimin, visibly touched by the crowd's energy, repeatedly told fans that the city had given them memories they would never forget. Taehyung spent several extra minutes waving to every corner of the stadium, while Jin jokingly asked if ARMY planned to stay in the venue until sunrise. Suga, known for his calm demeanor, later described the atmosphere as electric, and J-Hope promised that BTS would return to France again in the future. RM concluded the night with a message that many fans continue to quote online: "Music has no borders. Tonight, we were all one family." Those words quickly became symbolic of the event itself. Political commentators soon began discussing the broader significance of BTS's influence around the world. Experts pointed out that few artists in modern history have managed to attract audiences that include students, celebrities, diplomats, and world leaders alike. Whether or not President Emmanuel Macron had actually attended the concert, the mere possibility demonstrated the extraordinary cultural impact BTS has achieved over the past decade. Analysts described BTS as more than a music group; they had become a global phenomenon capable of shaping conversations far beyond the entertainment industry. Meanwhile, businesses throughout Paris reported unprecedented activity following the concert. Restaurants created BTS-themed menus, souvenir shops sold out of purple merchandise, and tourism officials noted a dramatic increase in international visitors. Local residents described the atmosphere as festive, with many saying they had never seen the city so energized by a concert event. Taxi drivers shared stories of transporting fans from more than 50 countries, while hotel staff recalled guests singing BTS songs in their lobbies late into the night. It seemed that for one unforgettable weekend, Paris had become the unofficial capital of the ARMY universe. As speculation continued to dominate headlines, one final image captured the hearts of millions around the world: BTS standing together at the center of the stage, illuminated by a sea of purple lights stretching as far as the eye could see. In that moment, it no longer mattered who had been sitting in the VIP section or whether the rumors would ever be confirmed. What mattered was the shared experience of thousands of people coming together to celebrate music, hope, and connection. The concert had reminded everyone of something BTS has always believed: that music possesses the power to transcend borders and bring humanity closer together. And so, as Paris slowly returned to its normal rhythm, ARMY carried home more than photographs and videos. They carried a story they would tell for years to come, a story about the night BTS turned Paris purple and left the entire world asking questions that may never be answered.